Today, we're in that desert oasis of neon and glitter, Las Vegas, Nevada, where 80 men and women have gathered in the pavilion of Caesar's Palace to vie for that most coveted title of all in sport, World Champion. This is pocket billiards at its best, the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championships. Hello, everybody. I'm Barry Tompkins. Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. This, the first in a series that down the road will crown a world champion in this event. And today, we started with 64 players. We are now at 8. This, a men's quarterfinal match, and it should be a most competitive one. Joining us for expert commentary, 4-time United States Open champion, 3-time world champion, Steve Mizrak. And, Steve, this one, I guess, very much up for grabs.
Very tough matchup, Barry. Efren from the Philippines, he came over. He started winning immediately when he came over. Keith, a great player from California, flamboyant, sometimes very wild, beat me in the tournament. Anything can happen.
Two personalities, I think, that couldn't be more diametric opposites.
Well, Efren is cool, calm, and collective. Keith talks to the crowd. He's liable to do anything.
Well, you mentioned that Efren Reyes came over here from the Philippines in 1985. He immediately won a tournament. He won in Houston, and he has gained the respect of his peers, and I guess that is the optimum award in any sport. Here's Jim Rempe, one of the top players on Efren Reyes.
Efren Reyes, there's a funny character. I travel all over the world, and I played in every place, and I never thought that another country can come over here and compete with the Americans. But, well, him and another guy called Perica, but we're talking about Efren now. I mean, they're great players. What I don't like about Efren's game is his stroke, though. I mean, he's very colorful, and he makes a lot of magic shots, they say. They call him the magician, as a matter of fact. But his stroke, he's got too many movements with his arms. I mean, you watch his stroke, his hand and everything's too many motions. The less motions you have in this game, the better off you are, the more solid you are, and the more consistent. For somebody that's solid, they can take off the game for a while and come back and play good fast. Efren will have to practice a lot of pull to play good pull, but he does play good.
So we mentioned very opposite personalities, and Reyes, of course, the steady player, and McCready, a guy who's going to be out there. The question, of course, is, can McCready out-psych Reyes?
McCready likes the equipment. He's very calm with this equipment. Reyes came over from the Philippines and wet tables, and it'll hurt Reyes a little bit more on this equipment, and it'll boost McCready's game up a little bit.
All right, let's take a look at Steve's scorecard now, and we will size up this match for you in every facet of the game. First of all, on the break.
Well, I like McCready on the break. He's hitting them hard, he's making balls, and I give the edge to McCready there.
What about on cue ball?
Cue ball control, I like Reyes. He can maneuver that ball almost in any place he wants on the table.
Experience factor, pretty even, I would think.
Well, again, let me give the edge to McCready because he has been here a long time. Efren came over a couple of years ago, and he hasn't played all that much.
And pressure and strategy, two of the most important aspects of the game.
But since Efren Reyes came over here, he's been in the finals a lot. I like him in the pressure situation, and I like him in the strategy. He's a great player.
Basically, Reyes, an imperturbable player. The question is, can McCready perturb him? We'll be back to find out right after this. Barry Tompkins with Steve Mizrak. We are back at Caesar's Palace. This is the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championships, the World Championships, if you will, of 9-ball. And today, a most interesting quarterfinal match. Keith McCready versus Efren Reyes. They've met each other 5 times. Reyes leading 3 matches to 2. This is Caesar's Palace. And, Steve, let's talk about the rules.
Very simple. The object of the game is to pocket the 9-ball. Very, very simple. Shoot the balls in numerical order, beginning with the 1. But if a player misses, the game is over when the 9-ball is pocketed. And if you foul, ball gets any place on the table. Cue ball in hand.
And the first player to win 9 games, of course, wins the match. The prize money in this one, $15,000 for first place, $7,000 to the runner-up, and of course it descends on down to $1,000 for the 9th through 16th place finishers. $50,000 in all. Prize money, Steve, starting to edge up in this sport.
Getting bigger. I think next year we're going to see a couple of tournaments with 100,000. Lag for the break. I think Keith has won the lag here. Froze it almost to the rail.
Cannot do much better than that.
No, you can't. You know, last week, I think it was 2 weeks ago, Efren beat Keith out in California.
Thumb rail, that one didn't have a big beat.
We've got a tough match right here. Keith is full of confidence.
Yeah, interesting mix of characters here. Reyes, they call him the magician. He's only been in this country from the Philippines since 1985. Very quiet, very methodical kind of player. He'll talk, but usually he'll talk to himself. Meanwhile,
he's as quiet as he wants to be. He
ready?
makes believe he doesn't understand too much English, but if you get up talking to him, and he knows what it's all about.
Keith McCready, very gregarious, 30 years old, Anaheim, California.
Very fast, very loose. Notice the cue ball on the left-hand side again. He did not like that break.
Did a little dance, but it was to no avail. Let's take a look.
Okay, now, it's very simple. He's got to make the 1, okay? Go right into this pocket right here. But he's got no place to make the 2. We don't know what's going to happen here. How is he going to play position? Okay. He didn't draw it back enough, but what he's going to try to do here, he's going to try to make a billiard. He's going to shoot the cue ball into the 2 and try to make the cue ball into the 9 and try to pocket the 9 in here and leave the cue ball behind this cluster if he doesn't make the 9. Perfect shot. Perfect.
Reyes sits, and McCready steps up. We'll take another look.
Okay, watch the cue ball into the 2, into the 9. Watch where the 2 goes. Right up the table. Cue ball behind the cluster of balls. Keith is safe. Now he's got to play a long rail shot, come back down, and try to hit the 2. Perfect. Okay.
Saw the cue ball go in the side pocket there.
Unlucky. Unlucky.
So Reyes now will have an opportunity to place the ball.
Shooting the 9. Combination.
And he will just try
He's
to
going
get
to
this
try to
one
end the
over
9.
with.
End it real quick right here.
9 ball goes in, game is over. And that's what Reyes will try to do.
Okay, I feel confident he's going to do it, Barry.
He did. So Efren Reyes wins the first game by sinking the 9 ball. We'll take another look, Steve.
Okay, he shot the 3 ball off the side rail into the 9. Very difficult. I didn't think he was going to do that.
Perfect shot. Reyes, 1-0. He'll break.
Everybody's breaking from the left-hand side. I don't understand that. Keith didn't make a ball the first time he broke. When Earl moved to the left-hand side, he didn't break any.
So Reyes tries it. He got a good kiss off the 1 ball. Left the cue ball in the middle of the table, and you've emphasized many times that's what you want to do on the break.
Right, but he got unlucky. Notice the 2 and the 1 frozen together. He has no pocket. Okay, he has no pocket for the 1 ball. The 1 ball's right here. Where's he going to make it? He can't make it here or there. So he's got no pocket. He got a little unlucky there. He's going to have to try to play safe somehow.
Going to try to hide that cue
Absolutely
ball,
perfect.
and he does.
Okay, Keith has no shot again. He has no way to hit the 1. And what he's going to have to try to do is come off the rail, try to hit the 1 that way.
Oh, and he did. A
he did.
brilliant
What a
shot. Brilliant shot.
Absolutely fantastic. That's what Keith needs to spur him on.
Let's take another look at that one. Spectacular
Off
shot.
the side rail, into the 1. Perfect. It's the breaks of the game right there. We could have a very exciting match right here.
Well, these two have played virtually dead even throughout their careers, as we mentioned. Reyes 3-2 ahead lifetime, and he did win a match a couple of weeks ago in the Southern California Invitational Tournament.
Long way. He's got to draw his cue ball back. Keith is very loose. Very loose.
It's an interesting guy. We talked about him being from Anaheim, California, but really he's a man from nowhere. He's the original carpetbagger. Lives no place.
In the wintertime, you'll find him in Florida. I know I've seen him there a few times. He looks like he's firing.
He's a get-on-with-it kind of player.
One apiece.
Well, we expected a close game, and that is exactly what we're getting. As Keith McCready wins the second game, we're tied at 1 and to Caesars Palace with more right after this. Barry Tompkins, Steve Mizrak, you look at the scoreboard in this quarterfinal match. Keith McCready having just broken and finally getting a ball to drop on the break.
Do we?
Talking to the ball.
Get going.
Everything up at one end of the table here. But McCready leads 3-1.
He's looking to bank now. He's looking to make anything. I don't think he can bank this though. Save. I'll tell you what he tried to do. He tried to position the cue ball behind these balls right here. Okay, so he tried to position the cue ball so he couldn't hit this 2, but he left Efren an easy clear shot to hit the 2.
That's the first time that McCready has even left the door slightly ajar for Efren Reyes.
You don't want to leave the door ajar for this man.
Well, they say he's got every shot, and he makes every shot look easy. Agree, Steve?
Yes, he does. I've played him several times. I think I've beaten him once.
There is a popular school of thinking that says that he is the best pure player in the game today, despite the fact that Reyes Strickland is considered the #1 player.
Well, you can take the top 4. You can take Strickland, Reyes, Hall, and Siegel. Put them in a hat. Pick whichever one you want. Looks like the match is going to get closer.
Reyes just came to the United States from the Philippines 3 years ago. So his rise has been meteoric.
He's got to go back. From here he goes, I think, up to Reno. And then he's got to go back to Manila.
Notice the position. Perfect position here.
Notice he's moving a little faster, too.
So this match is going to get a little bit closer here. Right now, McCready leads it 3-1. And it is now 3-2 as Efren Reyes took advantage of the little opening that Keith McCready left him.
I think he said to himself he's going to try to get the job done quick.
We'll take another look at the last 3 shots by Reyes. There's one.
Would you believe that Reyes is playing with a cue stick that costs $15?
Is that right?
$15 cue.
That'll set some of the manufacturers back.
Well, it's Philippine. I think it's made in Taiwan.
And this the game winner. And so Efren Reyes, looking all business, will break from the left side.
I guarantee you one thing, Barry. Next rack that Reyes breaks, he will move. And I'd be very surprised if he didn't.
Neither player has had a great success.
Okay, he didn't make anything. What he's got to do is shoot the 1 in the corner and try to leave the cue ball right here and play position for the 2 in the side. Well, the unpredictable Keith McCready one more time. I better stop predicting this.
He's got a little riverboat gambler in him, I think. He'll take some chances.
I called the wrong ball. He's got one problem, and that's the 6. And if you see the 6, I think it's close to the 9, and there are very few pockets that the 6 can go in. Great shot. Great shot. I don't know what he's going to do here, Barry. I guess twice, and I guess wrong.
Well, the 6 ball, which comes after the ball he's shooting at right now, as you mentioned, is laying up in the middle of the table alongside the 9.
Does the 9 go on the side? No, it doesn't. 6 goes in the corner. Perfect. He's loose. I mean, he is absolutely loose.
That's exactly his reputation. Great shot maker, doesn't get rattled. That's an excellent run here by McCready. And this to take a 4-2 lead. Race to 9, remember. There it is. Keith McCready now leads by 2, 4 games to 2 in this quarterfinal match in the Brunswick World Open 9-ball championships. We'll be back to Caesars Palace right after this. Las Vegas, Nevada, an adult Disneyland, if you will. We're at Caesars Palace watching the Brunswick World Open 9-ball championships. Into the quarterfinals now. Keith McCready against Efren Reyes. And McCready playing very well and in the midst of an outstanding run. 4 games to 2. I'm Barry Tompkins with Steve Mizrak, and now it'll be McCready to break once more. And he goes from the right side this time, so he's been jumping around. Left, right.
Right.
The 8 ball that fell.
I guarantee he'll break from that side again next time. Okay, he has no shot here, right here. He has to play safe somehow, which means he has to leave Efren with no shot on the 1. And I really don't know how he's going to do it.
I don't know if he left himself enough, did he?
He tried to play safe behind this cluster right here. But what he did do is he left him right over the 2 ball. And he's got no shot because he has to leave all the way down and drag the cue ball all the way back up.
It's out of bounds count.
That's a foul.
No foul.
That's a foul.
How can you play touch any ball and that's not a foul?
That's got to be a foul. I thought that was a foul, Barry.
And McCready and Reyes woofing at each other a little bit.
Well, McCready talks a lot. Reyes mumbles to himself.
Saw that graphic just a moment ago, not to interrupt, that he was in the color of money. Played Grady Stevens in the color of money. Was sought out by Martin Scorsese for the part. As I said, he looked like a pool player.
Long shot. Tough shot. Looked like the first mistake that Keith has made right there. Like I said before, he's fast and loose.
4 games to 2, and you have an idea that this one has ways to go.
Reyes is not getting the best of the rolls right now. No, he's got a little bit of a problem. He's either got to bank the 2 into the 6. Okay, that's the problem that he had right there. The 6 was blocking the pocket and was against one of the points. Very difficult shot.
Reyes walks away mumbling to himself.
Now Keith has nothing to do but try to make the 2 ball in this upper corner right here. Well, things are a little bit slow right now, Barry.
The door seems a little bit open, though, for Efren Reyes. A few times today that McCready has done that for him.
Anybody who plays with a $15 cue, you'd think you could beat, huh?
That's right. Great psychological edge, I would think. Is that retail $15?
Retail. Retail. The game is over. 7 in the corner, 9, 4-3, McCready, but Reyes is breaking.
So Efren Reyes with this shot now moves within 1 game of Keith McCready. 4 games to 3. It's a race to 9 here in the quarterfinals, remember. Coming up to the quarterfinals, we should point out, it was 2 out of 3 sets, raced 7. Now, it's 1 time once. That changes things.
Notice what I said before. Remember, Reyes was breaking from the left side, and now he's moved to the right.
There he is on the right side. There's a look at the scoreboard. Pretty sophisticated scoreboard, isn't it?
What do you like here, from here?
Truth, I like Reyes.
Well, you owe me 1 dinner already, okay?
So we're going to go again.
Yeah, I might be able to eat for free.
There's a chance.
You know, for a long time.
We're going to be here for weeks.
Well, he smashed them. But notice one thing. The cue ball winds up in the middle of the table when they're broken real well. Very good shot. Notice he snookered Keith right behind the 9. So now Keith has to hit off the rail here and hope he hits the 2.
And he did.
Made the 9. Look at here.
Knock the 9
Look at here.
Yes. How do you like it?
Look what happened here.
Shot of the match. No question.
That brought the house down right there.
I didn't know that shot.
Notice how happy he is. Right off the rail, into the 9, 2 ball into the rail. Perfect, absolutely perfect. What a way to go. I'll tell you, when you're sitting,
nice one to luck
when you're sitting in the chair, it's doesn't make you feel too happy.
Can I change my bet?
Big game right there,
You don't think his bullions has a negative effect on Reyes here, do you?
Reyes couldn't care less what he does. Look out. 5 balls on the break. 5 balls. Keith likes this equipment right here.
Explain that a little bit more, Steve.
Well, the pockets are pretty big. It's brand new cloth, playing on a Brunswick table, which is the best tournament table there is. And he likes it.
Reyes, frankly, looks a little bit dismayed right at the moment.
Well, that's the way he looks all the time.
Dismayed. And there is the 6th game to McCready. He leads it 6 games to 3 now. And right now, Keith McCready is on a major league run. Shot of the match, Steve. I don't think there's any question this was it.
It's an unbelievable shot, and one that doesn't come along too often, I'll tell you that.
Had to hit the 2 ball first. Not only did he have a difficult shot just to hit the 2 ball, but he turned it into a combination. 9 ball went down.
It's like a nightmare, isn't
and the
it?
game was McCready.
No, did you hear what he said? It's like a nightmare. That's one of his lines in the movie, The Color of Money. Zip, nothing.
Nothing dropped.
Well, it's what they call do or die time.
Huh? Reyes has clearly not had the best of it.
Reyes has a very tough shot right now. Very tough. He's got to shoot the cue ball all the way to the 1, and he's got to bring the cue ball all the way back to make the 2. Six got in the way there.
Yes, it did.
But he's still at the table, which means he's still in command. He has to think right now of getting out or playing safe. And he can't take any chances right now, because he knows if Keith gets back at the table, the whole match could be over. Nice shot. Very nice shot. And he might have gotten a lucky break. He got position right here. He hit the 3, where he's got a nice combination to make the ball in this pocket. Bad shot that time.
You don't speak Filipino, do you?
No. Bad shot. The 3 ball wound up by the 5. I don't know if he can shoot the cue ball in between the 3 and the 5 and make the 3 go here. But he could still play safe.
He's going to take a good long look at this. He knows he has to stay at the table. There's Keith McCready. He's in the driver's seat right now, no question about that.
He played the 5, what he did.
No. Okay.
Okay,
That's
referee
fine
called the
with me.
foul. Okay, he said he hit the 5
Can't help it.
first.
That's what the ref called.
McCready's definitely playing
I don't know. I'll take it, though.
psychological games with Reyes. And I think he has Reyes beat, at least in the mental part of the game.
9 ball. Quick game right now.
It's over. 7 games to 3. McCready's on a roll.
I'll take that little foul.
What happened?
Can't help it.
Efren slipped up there. He had to protect himself against that, but he didn't.
I'll take it, though. It wasn't no foul, but it's Georgie Pine.
See, there are cameras here, you see. He's playing the
He,
camera.
you know, he thinks he's in the movies. He never stops. He's 100% all the time in motion.
Reyes
It looked bad to
is
me.
looking like he may take the other end of the cue to McCready right now.
It looked bad to me. No!
Cue ball went down, I think.
Look at this break.
I think
Oh,
McCready gets a
Lord.
little excited.
No, he's keeps it all together.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The cardinal rule here is you don't want to scratch. Okay, but when he did, that's one thing you just don't want to do.
7 games to 3.
Notice all the balls he made stayed down, except the one which was behind the line. Efren still has a little bit of room, which means that Keith has to win 2 games yet. But when Keith gets to that 8th game, Efren has to be so careful. Looks like the match is going to tighten up a little bit.
Well, every time it looks like Reyes is going to get himself right back into the middle of the match, McCready makes one of those shots that are equal parts skill and luck.
We call those Harrigans.
So Reyes needs this to get within 3 games. And 3 games not insurmountable in this competition. Seven games to 4 now.
Hey, Efren can run the whole set out. You're talking about great players right here. If he gets the break working, he could tie up the match, run the set out. Anything can happen. You remember what I said before about the guy who gets off first? Okay, in this match, McCready got off first.
So Reyes to break from the right side. Nothing goes.
Okay, very unlucky.
McCready said, go sit down.
No, he said push out. He's pushing the
Oh,
ball
is that
out.
what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear him.
I mean, he put the ball in a spot where either Reyes has to hit it. Okay, he either has to hit the ball and play safe. What it looks like he's going to do is play safe, drag the cue ball down, maybe behind here.
This is a push out now. Reyes doesn't have to play this shot. He can give it back to McCready, but
Right.
he chooses to play it.
See what Reyes is doing? He's taking chances.
Well, do you not have to when you're down 3 games?
Well, slow and methodical is his name of the game, and he's not doing that. He's out of his game plan.
It's not going to matter anyways.
He didn't want to do that. He left Keith pretty safe. Keith is going to try to play him safe.
Oh, right there.
Keith is,
Not the gap. Ooh.
Keith is on a roll, but he left a little gap. He left a little gap right here, okay? So he can slide that cue ball right down here, make the 1, and try to bring the cue ball all the way back for the 2. Tough shot. A must shot.
Big shot.
He can't make it, I don't think. No, he couldn't make it. He could only see part of the ball. But now he made a perfect shot. What he did is he snookered Keith right behind this ball because he's trying to hit the 1. Keith is going to try to shoot over the ball. Okay, he did.
Well, I hit it.
He jumped right over the ball. He hit it.
I know. I ain't never going to get us.
He hit it, and it looked like he got lucky. Efren's just shaking his head.
Keith McCready, definitely a television personality, no question about it.
He's got to go to the bottom rail, spin it with a lot of left-hand English, and hope he makes it.
Again, a big moment here for Efren Reyes in this match. Fine shot.
Good shot.
It's an interesting match.
We're in a do-or-die situation here for Efren. Efren must win every game he's at the table. He's in perfect spot, perfect position. Draw over for the 4. I think Efren's going to win another game, Barry. Great shot.
Very positive
He's a master of position, this guy. When he's rolling, that cue ball is right on the string. He knows exactly where it's going at all times. Notice he's all business. Completely 2 different personalities here.
Absolutely. Right now he's got McCready quieted down, figuratively and literally. 9 ball is left to make it 7-5. There it is, and Efren Reyes is now within 2. It's 7 games to 5. McCready leading Reyes first to 9. The semifinals. Back.
I like the breaker right now. Breaker is very important here. He'll have a win without Keith ever getting back to the table again.
Keith McCready can only wait while Efren Reyes breaks, tied at 7. He has come all the way back, won 3 in a row, and it's anybody's guess now, but Reyes in the driver's seat. Reyes to break. Right side again. He's had good success doing this, and he's on a roll.
Nothing. Nothing.
Tough.
Nothing.
You got served.
Well, Keith has a little problem. All these balls right here, he has to shoot into the 1. He could play safe. He could play the 1 in the corner. We don't know what he's going to do. Played safe. Good shot.
Come on now, right there.
That's an excellent shot.
He played an absolute perfect shot. And where he put the position for the 1, he put the position for the 1 so he could make the 9 combination in here if Reyes doesn't hit the 1. Uh-oh.
Well, the 1 went down, the cue ball went down. And now the impetus switches once more.
That's it.
To McCready.
Now McCready's the favorite. If McCready gets out here, he's heavy favorite. Uh-oh, too hard.
That's no good. Look at
Real
this.
bad.
Oh. And he
Well,
told
he
you everything you need to know. But now he says, well, maybe I got a chance.
Well, he can still make it. Missed it.
A lot of ebb and flow in this match. Just when it looks like somebody's really about to take charge, it changes.
You know, he got a little bit lucky here. And he's got these balls right here in the way of shooting at this 3 ball. And Reyes has to come off the side rail, try to kick this ball in.
And missed it. Oh, and missed it doubly.
Well, McCready better get out. That's all I can tell you. Doesn't get out now after 2 shots at the table. Now he's got to get position on the 5. Or the 4. 5. Keith McCready is now big favorite, Barry.
Everything's set up for him now. Perfect position here. Now it's Reyes who must wait. 8 ball, and now the 9 ball to take an 8-7 lead and have the break. And there it is. So McCready, after losing 4 in a row, now comes back to make it 8-7. He'll break when we
One time on the crunch.
right after this.
What do you think?
I like your chances. McCready to break now.
My leader is breaking ahead 8-7. He's got to control the cue ball. Very important here.
And he did.
Notice where the cue ball wound up. Absolutely perfect. 1 ball wide open. Keith McCready to win. He thought he missed that.
I can't stand to roll them balls.
Well, he's got to find a pocket for the 4. Looks pretty easy.
There's the 2.
Well, he made it a little bit difficult. He's got two things he can do here. Shoot the 4 into the 7 or shoot the 4 straight up the rail, pocketed here.
And he goes a long way and didn't get it.
But look what happened. Left him half safe.
That guy got me with the camera over there. Boy, I'm telling you.
And you heard McCready say that our cameraman got him.
When you miss, you like to blame it on everything. Reyes better make this. They made the 7 inside. Great shot. Great shot. And got perfect position. Now, the impetus swings back to you.
Great match. why?
Keith is hanging his head. He had a chance to win. I think the crowd is rooting for Reyes.
It's interesting because McCready really plays to the crowd.
Yeah. Oh,
Did not leave himself
that
very
was
pretty.
that was a bad shot. What's this? That was a very bad shot.
Well, to say that he needs this is to make a great understatement.
Yes. He made it.
Excellent shot. He didn't make it easy on himself.
No, he did. He did.
We are tied at 8.
He's got a little smile on his face now. Look at him. But he's still all business.
And he's in command. He's got the break.
Suddenly, Keith is very quiet. When he's at the table, when he's in command, he's very braggadocio, very cocky. But when he's behind or it's close, he silences himself.
Well, you might have to consider this the shot of the match so far.
Well, he's got it here. Now Efren has to control his white ball.
Oh, baby. God. Yeah.
Okay, Keith gets one more shot at it, and all the balls are wide open now.
Well, I got one more chance, my little man.
Wide open. The only problem I see,
I win it all.
is this 3 ball right here. He's got no pocket here. He might have a pocket here, but I'm not sure. So he has to play position off this 2 to get to the 3.
So first things first, he makes the 1. Now,
The only problem is that 3, like I mentioned before. If he gets on the 3, he should win. He doesn't know which way to go.
goes a long way. Has it?
Perfect shot. Absolutely perfect. Well, I kind of like
You're looking good here.
McCready right now. Oh, he got away with that one. If he hit that 7 and wound up behind the 7, he'd want to jump off a bridge.
Remember, the winner of this game wins the match. First to 9.
Could be a little better. Straight in. But when you're going to the point, when you're going to the side, anything can happen. Somebody in the crowd had a camera shutter flick.
Did that before.
Knocked it in the hole.
Watch the 8 ball here. Okay, I think it's McCready.
Well, you're 2-0 against me, I'll tell you that.
Just don't get straight.
Look out here. Look out.
Hurry.
He's got a problem. He has got a very severe problem. He's dead straight in. He's got to draw it back. Oh, he hit it perfect. He hit it absolutely
How do you like shooting
perfect.
this ball left-handed for your money?
And he goes left-handed, but he is ambidextrous, remember?
That's
It's
me.
over. And Keith McCready has gutsed out a win over Efren Reyes. Well-played match on both parts, and McCready was there at the end. We'll be back right after this. We're back at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the Brunswick World Open 9-ball championships. Keith McCready through to the semifinals. Wasn't easy. 9 games to 8. Steve Mizrak, I don't think there's any question. Biggest shot of the game came in the 8th game, and it was McCready who was snookered. Not only did he make a shot, he made the 9-ball.
Efren made a perfect safety, and Keith hit it off the side rail, hit the 2, and unbelievable shot. He made the 9.
I think it's worth mentioning one more time, too. Two pretty good players in this match.
Two great players. Not pretty good, great players.
Keith, never a doubt about this one. You had it all the way, didn't you?
Well, he's a tough player, but you can't worry about your opponent. You have to get in there and block him off and just give it your best shot. Win, lose, draw.
Main thing was when you did get the chance, you made the most of it.
Yeah, I did. I dogged a 5-ball late in the match, which was sort of a heartbreaker. I'd have closed it out at 7, but, you know, I guess the gods were on my side this time.
We made the point, a lot of ebb and flow in this match. It looked for a time like you had it going, then it looked for a time like he had it going. It just happened to be that you had it going at the end.
I had it going from the start, and he had it going at the end, and he just fell one short.
It's interesting. You really seem to play to the audience here, play to the television cameras. Can that get to your opponent?
I guess it could work on him. I just be me. That's the only thing I can really do. You know, I like the crowd. I like to play, and I don't get to play that much. But when I get to the chance to play, I have a good time, and I like to, you know, entertain myself and entertain the people.
What about the format now? You're out here all by your lonesome. There's one table, not 8 tables as there is in the earlier rounds. Is it difficult?
I love it. No, I'm not worried about it. I love it.
All right, well, you got another match to play. Congratulations. You're on to the semifinals.
He's got to worry about me, too.
I think it's fair to say everybody in this tournament has got to worry about Keith McCready. He is the winner, and that is just about a wrap for us then. Another quarterfinal match is history. McCready through to the semifinals. It was a tough match. For Steve Mizrak, then, I'm Barry Tompkins, and we will see you next week. This is Pocket Billiards at its best, the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championship. Hello, everybody. I'm Barry Tompkins, and welcome to Caesars Palace here in Las Vegas. This is the Brunswick World Open 9-Ball Championship, a circuitous route to the semifinals, but a great match for you this afternoon between Earl Strickland and Keith McCready. And with us for expert commentary, as always, 4-time U.S. Open champion, 3-time world champion Steve Mizrak. This is a match that it's really hard to pick a winner.
Tough match, but Earl's been around a long time. He's been around the finals a long time, so I've got to give the edge to Earl here.
Let's take a look at Steve Mizrak's scorecard then and see exactly how you do see it. The break and cue ball control, two really important factors.
I like Strickland on the break. He hits them well and hits them hard, but he always gets shape on the ball that he wants to shoot next. Cue ball control, again, I like Strickland. Experience, they've both been around a long time. They both handle the pressure very well. And strategy's hard to pick. Well, let's give them both a mark. So, but I like Strickland here.
Based on the way it's gone so far through this tournament, I have to think that strategy and pressure situations are the two keys. Pressure, because McCready will play with your mind. Strickland's going to have to keep it together. We'll be back to get started right after this. Barry Tompkins with Steve Mizrak back at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. 4 players left in the competition. This is a semifinal match between Earl Strickland and Keith McCready. This one really promises to be both interesting and perhaps volatile. Two very outspoken players. Let's take a look at the rules, and they haven't changed for all these weeks. Object of the game still is to pocket the 9-ball whenever you can pocket the 9-ball, but you have to shoot the balls in numerical order, starting with a 1-ball. The player shoots until he misses, and of course the game is over when the 9-ball is pocketed, whenever that happens to be. Player loses his turn when any foul is committed. There is a 45-second clock, and the first player to win 9 games wins the match.
Could be over quick. Very fast.
For who?
Both players are very fast.
That's McCready, nearest the camera. The yellow ball is McCready's. The orange ball is Strickland's.
It's going to be close right here. McCready hit a little too hard. Earl hit a little too soft.
Earl Strickland will break to start things. And this is one of those games that they may not need our commentary because both these guys are very vocal themselves. Let's take a look at the prize money. $15,000 up for grabs to the winner, $7,000 to the runner-up, and on down to $1,000 for those who finished between 9th and 16th places. $50,000 prize money. And maybe the last time you see $50,000, the prize money in this sport going up and up and up. Let's take a look at the route these two took to the semifinals. Earl Strickland most recently beat Dan Louie, the Northwest champion, 9-5 yesterday after beating Jim Rempe. So he's had a pretty tough road and has beaten some pretty good players. The other side of the coin, Keith McCready got here by beating Efren Reyes, and he's a tough player.
He bet some great players. My name's up there. He beat me 7-4, 7-5.
Mizrak, that's right.
I
see that.
Yeah.
I see that. They spelled it right, too. 7-4 and 7-5. So he has played some tough competition. There's a look at Earl Strickland, and when he gets over a table, he is all business. He'll break from left to right.
Made a ball on the break. Very important to get off to a jump here. I think Earl is going to be a little cautious here. I think he's not going to make too many mistakes. I think he's going to play safe when he can, and I think he's going to go. I don't know what he's going to do here. I think he's either going to bank the one cross corner, or he's going to play safe. He's going to slide down in between the 3 and the 5 and see if he can snooker Keith on the 1 ball.
A little bit of indecision right now, I think, for Earl
Looks like
Strickland.
that's what he's doing. He hit a little too hard. Look where the 1's going. What he tried to do, he tried to make the cue ball stop right in this position right here. Instead, it went all the way down the table. Now he's got a clear shot to cut the 1.
So Keith McCready, who's a guy, once he gets on a roll, he gets very verbal. He talks to the crowd and uses every advantage he can against his opponent. Plays a big part of psychological warfare.
Keith's got to get out to a big jump. I think whoever gets out to the jump is going to win there. 2 in the right-hand corner. I like the way he's playing right now.
Played very well in his last match also. He's a free spirit, there's no question about that. Kind of the Peck's bad boy of this sport.
Perfect shape. I mean, he's playing absolutely perfect. A very simple run out here. He's going to shoot the 4 straight up the corner. Stop for the 5. Play the 5 in the side. 7 and 8. Very simple run out. Keith McCready 1-0. And breaking. Remember on my scoreboard I gave McCready the edge in the break?
I do. Strickland started out very slowly in his quarterfinal match against Dan Louis also before getting it in gear. Once he got it in gear, he ran away and hit.
When he gets behind or down on himself, Strickland really suffers.
Well, there's the first game going to Keith McCready. So McCready jumps out on top. He's been right on ever since he was on the floor here, even during practice. We'll be back. 1-0. 1-0 McCready and breaking. Earl Strickland's had 1 shot in the game so far.
Notice Keith moved over to the right side of the table. He's not breaking from the same spot that Earl broke from. And I guarantee you one thing. He will not move from that spot. He just made 2 balls. He feels confident. He's got the 1 straight in. Could be a very quick 2-0 McCready. Perfect position.
He hasn't hit a bad shot.
No, he hasn't.
Since he walked out here, and that includes...
He doesn't like that. Yeah, the expression on his face. He might be snookered on that, too. He might have to go to the bottom rail and try to kick at it, or he might be able to hit just one little small piece of it and play safe. And that's what he tried to do. He tried to play safe. And he hit it real bad.
He's being very quiet today, too. Usually he's playing off the crowd a great deal.
Well, he's not far enough ahead.
Yeah.
Once he starts to get way ahead, he'll start to get a little more vocal. Now, Earl has one of 2 options here. He can shoot the 2 ball in the corner right here, or he can play safe by just rolling the 2 ball here and trying to bring the cue ball right alongside the rail.
Going for the hole. And
Great
gets it.
shot.
Excellent shot. 3-time player of the year, Earl Strickland. Let's take another look.
Perfect shot.
You saw what he saw.
Earl has been there before.
Oh, a gimme. And he let it get away.
Okay.
Wasn't straight in. I had to hold it. I just missed it. God, I just missed it.
Safety here.
Well, Earl said himself, I just missed it. It's just that simple. I guess it happens to everyone in every sport.
Keith made a very, very bad shot there. Tried to play safe, but he left Earl an opportunity to hit the 3, if not make the 3. He had an easy save.
So Earl really not penalized for the mistake that he made.
Rewarded. Now, he's got a little trouble right here. What he has to do is figure out some way to break up the 8 and 9 right here. Those are the only two trouble balls. Or he possibly can play position to make the 8 here off this 6. Okay, now what he's going to try to do is he's going to try to play position off the 6 to break open the 2 balls, the 8 and 9. And hopefully have a shot on the 8.
And he did it perfectly. Just perfectly.
Earl is a class player.
It's a leading money winner right now. And that knocks it at 1 apiece. So Earl Strickland made a mistake, got a break, and took advantage of it. 1 all. Race to 9, remember. First player to get to 9 moves on into the finals.
There will be a switch next game.
Oh, he got a ball to go.
Okay, he got a ball to go, but he's in a bad position right here. What he can try to do is bank the 1 right into the side, or try to play safe by knocking the 1 over here and bringing the cue ball down this way. Looks like he's banking the ball, Barry. Good shot.
Well played. So far, a very quiet match from two kind of explosive and emotional players.
Keith lost his opportunity to really take command of the match by making those simple mistakes in the second game. Well, I don't know if he drew it enough. It looks like he did. Okay, 4 in the corner. Perfect position for the next ball. 6 in the corner, 7 and 8. Game 3 goes to Earl Strickland.
Table's opened up for him now. Just picking him off. Earl playing similarly to the way he did in his quarterfinal match, and that is he'll start out at kind of a slow tempo, but he's picking it up now.
Well, the reason why he's picking it up is because Keith made the mistake in the second game. He sees an opportunity to go get him, and he does. He'll finish you off real quick if you don't watch out.
Well, he's done just that the last 2 games. 2-1. Earl Strickland, the world champion right now. Player of the year 3 times, leading Keith McCready. We'll be back to Caesars Palace in Las Vegas after this. Barry Tompkins, Steve Mizrak, we're at Caesars, and Earl Strickland has run off 4 games in a row against Keith McCready. But the 4th game, the 3rd in his run, 4th game of the match, was the easiest. After the break, he had a combination. The 1 ball, off the rail, to the 9, game over.
Easy game, big turning point.
Now again, he breaks from the left.
We used to break right in the middle. Nowadays, they're breaking from the sides to give them more power, more impetus, more action when the balls open up. We sometimes make the end ball go here, and the 9 flies all over the place. Anything can happen.
Well, this time, no luck.
Keith better run out, but he's got a problem. I see one problem on the side, right here. He's got to make the 1, and then worry about these 2 balls on the side.
Well, Keith, for the first time in a long time, at least can think offense.
He's got to worry about that 4 and 7. Looks like he's going to try to make a billiard. 2 first.
That's his problem. 4-7, made the 2.
I don't know what he's going to do here. He's got a couple options. He can go down to the bottom rail. He can draw the ball back. Good shot.
Excellent shot.
Tough shot here, though. One that must be made.
Oh, and he didn't, and scratched, so it's ball in hand now for Earl Strickland. Tough break there.
Earl's got a small problem right here with the 6 and 8. He can't make the 6 go in this corner. So off the 5, he has to play position with the cue ball right about here to make the 6 go in this pocket.
First, the 4 ball.
Little drawback. He didn't draw it enough. What he's going to try to do, it looks like he's going to make the 5, follow the cue ball down here, back up here, try to stop the cue ball right here so he can make the 6. Now he's drawing it. He took a chance and he didn't get rewarded there. I'm surprised he did that.
Around the balls.
He tried to go around the 8 and the 6.
Yeah, you heard him say that.
Oh, he's got an easy save.
I did that.
He'll probably play safe by hitting the 6 to the side rail, coming back behind the 8. Pretty good shot there. He's got Keith on the defensive.
Yeah, Keith has only had 1 or 2 opportunities offensively.
Good shot. Keith is not getting any rolls whatsoever.
Crowd appreciative of Keith McCready's crowd favorite, really, very popular.
He makes everybody laugh, smile, be happy.
Except his opponent.
A little bit too hard.
How far is the ball going to roll? Jeez.
But this is a tough shot. Score is 4-1.
Oh, he didn't get it.
Oh.
And now it's wide open.
When the score is 4-1, puts a little extra added pressure on
Got to
you.
take some chances.
Yes. Earl wanted to draw that ball. He didn't.
The other thing that Earl Strickland is doing by running up a sizable lead here is he's keeping Keith McCready quiet, to be honest with you, because when he starts to rally the crowd and talks a lot, and he's amusing to everyone except his opponent.
I played him a match in Columbia, South Carolina, and the whole crowd was on his side.
Meanwhile, it's 5-1 for Earl Strickland, who is methodically taking Keith McCready apart. This is the semifinal. The winner, of course, moves on through to the final, and a chance at $15,000 first prize. Let's take a look at some of the reaction that McCready has after a shot. He's a very animated guy. Touchdown.
If you think he's animated in this match, you should have seen him in my match. He spins around, he does a dance, he runs up and down the room, he does anything.
He didn't wear that cummerbund and tie when he played, did he?
Yes, he did.
He's the only guy I know buys his formal wear at Fredericks of Hollywood.
Earl's he's struggling with the break here. He's not making too many balls on the break. I'm surprised he hasn't moved yet.
He's an interesting guy. I remember Bob Hope referring to the golfer Kermit Zarley as the pro from the moon.
Yeah.
I think that Keith McCready's the pro from nowhere. He lists Anaheim as his home, but from what I understand, he really doesn't have a home. He lives out of a suitcase.
At times, he lives out of a suitcase.
The original
in a hotel.
John Doe.
That's not money either.
No.
Looks
There's
like
no
you missed
guy
it.
like him. We used to call him the Prince of Darkness.
He's the prince. He's the Prince of Light. He knew he missed this ball as soon as he hit it. I think he's starting to feel the pressure a little bit. And Earl's loosening up.
Earl's playing much more methodically than we saw him play in his quarterfinal match.
Earl's like fine wine. He gets better with age. He gets better as the tournament goes on.
He's got good legs and a good nose.
He smells victory right now. You know, Earl plays all sports, everything. He's a very good tennis player, good golfer.
Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, I'm surprised that a lot of these players are good athletes, period. All-around athletes.
Very tough shot here. He's got to come all the way back, and he's got to be very careful he doesn't foul the 9. Earl has a roll. I mean, he's got it all going for him. Nice combination.
And this will make it 6-1 if he makes this combination. There it is. 6 games to 1 now for Earl Strickland. And there is apparently the vanquished, but it's not over. Still 5-game lead for Earl Strickland. We'll be back. Strickland 6 games to 1. Steve, you had a chance to talk to him before the match. Did he show that kind of confidence that he's displaying here?
Yes, he did. He said Keith will never beat him.
So far, he's right.
Notice he moved the cue ball off the rail. Look out.
Oh, he had it going toward the hole, didn't he?
I don't know if it had enough speed.
It's going in.
He said it was going in.
Oh,
2-ball cut it off. So what could be the last hurrah here for Keith McCready?
He's got to win this.
See that graphic? It was in the color of money.
Grady Seasons, his name was.
And he was sought for the part by Martin Scorsese. He said, I want that guy. He looks like a Grady Seasons.
Martin saw him down in Norfolk, Virginia when he was playing in the U.S. Open. I was in the color of money.
Were you?
Yeah. My name was Duke Dukas.
I like that.
He's got to get position here on the 2. The 2 is down by his right arm there. He's getting lucky here. He might be able to sneak by that 3 and make this 2-ball go in the pocket.
He says he didn't draw it far enough, and let's see.
Well, he's okay. Even if he can hit the 2-ball full in the face, he's going to roll the cue ball up to where it's behind this 4 and try to sneak the 2-ball behind the 4 and put the 2-ball up the table.
Shot clock, again, has not been a factor throughout this tournament, exactly as you said, Steve.
This shot.
Except.
Hey.
He's on the roll. Now, look what he did here. He made the 2 by accident, right around the 4. But now look where the cue ball is. Cue ball's got a chance to make the 9. He might make the 9 here on a billiard. Right
What
off
a
the
break.
3.
Let's watch it.
No good.
Oh, got inside it.
Hit it real bad.
Like that.
He hit it real bad.
Well, that could have been the coup de grace, and Earl shakes his head in disgust at that
Oh, my
one.
God. Oh, my
He
God.
didn't hit enough of the 3-ball.
Oh,
Let's
my
watch it here. He doesn't go to the rail enough. I'll tell you, that shot was a lot easier than it looked, Barry, and Earl just made a bad shot, and he knows it.
So the door is open at least a crack for Keith McCready. Trails 6 games to 1, though.
Keith has got a whole bunch of problems right here. The
And
5 is in a bad position. The 6 is in a bad position. The 5 is blocked out by the 7. The 6 is blocked out by the 8. Everything is going wrong for Keith.
And he just sort of echoed the thoughts that you just had, Stu. It's pathetic, he said.
It's a nightmare. That's where his lines were in moving. Okay, he took pretty good care of Earl there. Earl has no shot. He's got to kick off the side rail and hope that he hits the 5. He's got to go off the side, in. No, he's jumping it. He's jumping right over the 7.
He made a shot like this in the quarterfinals.
Okay,
this time.
He took a chance there, and he shouldn't have.
We'll look at it from his angle. Hit it on the way up.
He didn't hit down enough on the ball. When you jump a shot like that, you have to drive the cue ball into the cloth. And if you don't drive the cue ball into the cloth to make it rise, you're just going to hit the ball in front of you. There are some players that can jump the ball in the width of a handstand. Very difficult to do.
That is one of his better shots, though. In fact, it's the first time I've seen him miss it. He did it in his quarterfinal match.
He did it on me in Lake Tahoe and brought the roof down. Brought me down, too.
With the roof?
Yes. Well, McCready's still not out of it, 6-2.
There it is. So 6-2 now as Keith McCready sneaks back into it and breaks a 6-game run by Earl Strickland.
Very important not to let Earl get to the 8th game, because once you're in the one hole, very tough to stop him after
Well,
winning
all
the
it's got
last
to be
game.
is a six-pack.
So all it's got to be is a 6-pack. It means 6 games, of course.
Tough run out, wasn't it?
But it livens McCready up. And again, he is a guy, as we've said, who will take advantage of the crowd.
Money, Sammy.
Again, Keith is breaking from the side here. And as I said before, when, back in the 70s, we used to break from the middle. Shoot the ball straight head on and make the cue ball come back here. Now everybody's breaking from the side to get extra power to make the end balls go in the hole.
So there's Keith McCready. Whole bunch of balls going down there. 3 of them.
Okay, but Keith is not being too fortunate here. He's going to bank this ball, Barry, up by his pocket he's shooting from. But he hit it real bad. Real bad, and he left a
Look at it roll out.
2-ball right in the middle of the hole.
In the pocket for him.
Not happy with that.
I mean, you just can't do that. There's only 5 balls or 6 balls left on the table, and Earl, I believe, can run these 6.
Come on, ball.
Didn't hit that hard enough. He wanted to be out here. Now he's got to really slow roll this ball, or he's got to draw it over to the side rail. Earl's having a little problem. He's talking to himself now.
Oh, my God.
That makes for a tough shot. He's got the
Give
cue
the
ball
match
resting
away, I
right
guess.
on the rail.
Earl is going to be very full of expression from here on
Oh,
out.
boy, how did I do this?
You can cut that in. Earl's making it look very hard, but he's going to go 3 cushions in between the 7 and 9. Earl makes it look hard. He talks it hard, but he does it very easily.
Now, this one he's got nothing to talk about.
Well, this is easy. 7 in the upper corner. Draw the ball back. Play the 8, 9.
Come on, ball.
You're talking about the #1 player here. He doesn't make too many mistakes.
No. Knocked that in the side, and McCready registers. He might have thought he was getting a break there. And there it is for 7-2. So a commanding 5-game lead now for Earl Strickland. 7 games to 2. We'll be back to Caesars Palace in Las Vegas right after this. Strickland can be the master of his own fate now. He leads by 5 games, 8-3. He's really never let Keith McCready in the match.
Big shot here. I don't think Keith's going to get back up the table.
Needs a little luck.
You got it.
The 9-ball stayed right where it started.
You know, when a 9-ball stays where it did, it's usually some of the balls may be loose in the rack. So you really got to make sure that the rack is tight so that all balls move when you hit them. Made a good shot there. Now he's got to get on the 3. Got to travel the whole distance of the table, and when you do that, it's a tough shot.
Oh, straight in.
Did it pretty well.
Well,
Never do that.
he's absolutely straight in. He's got
Oh,
no
boy.
angle to go this way. He's got no angle to go this way. What he's going to try to do, it looks like he's going to try to draw the ball straight back and come down this way.
That's all I could do.
You got that right.
No, he didn't hit it
All I could
well,
do.
Barry. He's got to play safe now, and I'm sure he's going to try to put the 4 ball on this side, bring the cue ball this rail back up here on this. Well, he didn't do that the way I predicted, and he hit that one terrible.
One of the
Gotta
few
be the worst
terrible shots
safety
he's
player
hit.
on earth.
Well, 8-3, and he can afford to do 1 or 2 bad mistakes.
Yeah.
Keith is not playing well.
Well, it's a long way back from 8-3. He's never really been in it. Won the first game, and then Strickland promptly ran off 6 in a row.
There goes the 9.
Got a
Close
chance.
to the table. Well, let's see what he does. He can go into the 8. He can draw back. Oh, bad shot. Very bad shot. Especially with Earl needing 1 game. If he doesn't make this, game's over.
And as you said,
You got it easy enough.
Game's over.
this one is too easy.
Combination.
You sure this ball will go?
Yeah, he does.
8 into the 9. Pretty sure Earl's going to wind up moving way into the finals. Oh,
Let the 9
he's got the
go.
8 in there. The best laid plans of mice
Yeah.
and men often go astray.
Oh, well, I did that.
Well, doesn't really matter. He's going to make the 9 straight up the corner. And I feel very confident he's going to do it. He's making it sound hard, but it's not too difficult, this shot.
So this one to
He missed it.
put Keith McCready
Missed
away,
it.
and there's going to be more. That's
Yeah.
a touchy little shot here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, he can make another
It's
shot.
amazing.
He did.
Lives to play another day. Strickland doesn't
Keith
like
won the game, and
Hey, well,
he's
there's
yelling
lightning
now.
in the barrel anyways.
He's happy.
Little 5-pack will take care of it all, won't it?
Well, before it was a 6-pack, now it's a 5-pack.
He's down to a 5-pack.
Oh, that little 5-pack.
I don't know if he got away with it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
at this
he
ball.
can make it. He can make. He's got a little trouble. He can make. Looks like he can make the 1, but the 2 and the 9 are in bad shape. He's got to try to figure out some way to get down by that 2 and 9.
Get on that 2-9 billiard.
What he's going to try to do is clip the 2 and try to make the 9 go in the opposite corner pocket right here. And he's going to try to make the 2 come up the table, so if he misses the 9, the cue ball is going to wind up here. 2 is going to wind up this end of the table.
This is a big shot for Keith McCready, because if he makes the 9, of course, it gives him a quick game, gets him back.
Very
Within
difficult
3.
shot because the 2 ball is very close to the rail. No, he didn't even try it. I thought for sure he was going to go for that. He left Earl an opportunity here to play safe. I think he can hit the edge of the ball. Looks like what he's going to try to do is thin the 2, come down over where he is to play safe.
Look at it curve. Ball curved right into the 8. Had a dead perfect safety and it curved right into it.
Earl's talking to himself now.
Yeah, he's not happy with his
No.
safety play.
It's a good shot right there. This is the one he's got to be sure to make.
Oh.
That was the one he had to be sure to make.
God, get out.
Really?
Keith didn't play like that when he played me.
Much to your chagrin.
Yeah. Well, he's got to cut the 3 in. Maybe hit the 9.
Oh, didn't make it either.
What's going on here with Earl? Earl's trying to give the match away.
Too big a lead.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He's getting a little disgusted now. Keith still has to run out here.
But he was sure given a reprieve.
Well, the 8 is in a bad spot. The 8 ball right here is the only ball that he has to worry about because it's so close to the side pocket. What he's going to try to do is position the cue ball right about here so he can shoot the 8 in the upper corner.
Did it nicely.
Perfect. Gotta be careful on every shot. He can't miss. Getting closer,
Well,
but
it looked like we were going to go home early, and Keith McCready has remained alive. He's won a couple of games in a row now. It is 8 games to 5. We'll be back with more right after this.
Well, Earl Strickland had a chance with this shot.
he was shooting for the money right here and missed it. I never thought he'd miss that. Rolled too far out. If he hit a little closer into the rail, he would have made it.
Just didn't get it, and that opened the door. And so McCready has won a couple games in a row. It's 8 games to 5. McCready's still at the table. If he gets a good break here, suddenly it's 8 games to 6, and who knows?
Ho, 40. That's right.
He's talking to himself now.
And no shot over there.
He's got no shot on the 1, but he can billiard the 1 in. He'll go right to the rail right here. Back out. Try to make the 1. And play position for his next lowest ball on the table. He's got a problem right down here. The 2 ball is right here. He's got to get perfect position somewhere on this rail.
Well, he made the 1 ball. Now what's he going to do?
Hurry. Oh, hurry.
He got there.
Yeah, very
Absolutely
well.
perfect. Now he's got another problem. He's all full of problems right here. The 3 ball on the opposite rail.
That's no good. That is no good. Ho. Look at this ball.
That's ugly.
Well, what do you do from here? He's got to try to play safe somehow.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
He's got 2 options. He's going to have to thin it this way and come back here and leave the 3 right here, right where it is, or he's going to shoot it the opposite way and put the cue ball down here.
Ooh, stand up and
Good shot. He's
Great.
talking now. He's on a roll. When he gets on a roll, he starts talking. Earl talks to himself. Keith talks to the crowd.
I could put this match away at 8-2. This is something.
Strickland's talking to himself.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah. Well, he's got to make sure he hits it. He just can't give Keith ball in hand. He's going to try to make this off the rail.
Oh. Oh.
Good shot. He made a good shot there. What
Well,
Keith,
buddy, we'll
Keith
see
has
next
to do
time, I think.
is he has to make the ball in this pocket or in this pocket. Very, very tough shot when you're going the whole length of the table. Especially when you're behind 8-5.
So he's going for the right-hand pocket. Knocks
Good
it in.
shot. Keith is gaining confidence with
Yes, he
every
is.
shot. But that 8 number is very hard to beat.
And he's got to keep this man sitting. That's number 1 objective.
Up and down the table, that's all he has to do. Come up for the 8. All 3 balls will go in the same pocket, Barry. Much like a game we play called One Pocket. 8-6, 3-1, 3 games. That's all he needs. And he could very easily win this match.
8-6 from 8-2. And remember, Earl Strickland had a chance to win it.
It's growing. The crowd is growing
Wish
here.
it was 7 instead of 8.
For Keith. You hear what he said? I wish it was 7 instead of 8.
Strickland's basically unamused.
There's
Jim
Mr.
Bakula.
Brunswick.
That's right.
Mr. Brunswick.
Director of Operations. Started doing this thing in 1845. Not Jim, but Brunswick.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Jim's been around a long time. Uh-oh. No.
That hurt. That was an outie.
That was the world's worst thing he could have done. Now, Earl, if he takes his time, would be a winner here, except he's got 2 balls tied up right here, the 4 and the 5. That's his only problem right here, I see. He might try to hit him right now. He did try to hit him right then and there, and
Get close to him.
Bad
Get
shot.
close to him.
You know, Earl's a little rattled here, Barry.
Yeah, he's been talking to himself.
But he's been around a long time. He's won a lot of tournaments. I think he's going to pull it out.
I wonder if I can get straight in again.
Looks like it is straight in.
That's what beat me a while ago. I'll come down there and got straight in.
Now Earl's got a little problem. What he's going to have to do is hit the 3 in, draw back this way, come back down here, somewhere to make this 4 go someplace. Didn't draw. Oh, great shot. Look at this.
Oh, he missed it.
Missed it. But look what happened here. He looks like he got in perfect position.
No, I went for it.
Just, oh, it's so close. Look at the English. Look at the English on the cue ball. You see it?
Right around it.
Looks like he's going to try to play the 6. That's what he's trying to do. Play the 6.
Oh, how
What's going on
close.
here?
He cannot catch a break.
No, he can't.
Everything's rolling just right, isn't it?
Watch the 6. It's a little away from the rail. That's why he missed it. He got right in between the ball and the rail and hit it beyond the pocket. Look at Keith. Keith is firing right now.
He's got nothing to lose. He can go from the hip
Notice
here.
how fast he's moving now. He's picked up his tempo. He's firing. He's got confidence now. 2-1, it looks like. I'm getting excited sitting here.
I'll tell you. Earl's made all the mistakes, has had no luck. Keith's played everything right and has had all the luck. That all following a relatively easy 9 ball that Earl Strickland missed in the 10th game. 11th game, beg your pardon.
You want to know something? I like the breaker from here. 2-1. The other guy might not get a shot.
Keith McCready magically has pulled within 1 game. It's Strickland 8 games, McCready 7 games. It's very much up for grabs.
Well, there's a man who looked for all the world as though he was going to be a winner just a few moments ago, and now all he can do is sit and watch this man who is on a big run. He's come back from 8-2. It's now 8-7. Anybody's guess.
Usually the 9 goes on the break when he's serious.
Oh,
bad.
and again,
Oh, real
exactly
bad.
the same results as last time.
Real bad. You just can't do that. Oh, Earl is wide open. And Keith loses this. He loses it, and it's his own fault.
Jesus.
And that tells you all you need to know.
That's it. Wide open.
Crown a world champion after all of this. This will move the winner into the finals. We're at Caesar's Palace.
Easy run out. And it's about time Earl won. Although Keith made a match out of it.
Came a long way back.
No, he didn't hit that well. Look at this. Earl is struggling here. All he had to do was draw it over to the side rail. But I have a funny feeling he'll get out here.
It's literally unbelievable what I'm doing.
He's talking to himself.
God.
And what he has to do is he has to cut the 5 in and draw the cue ball back right about here. Perfect. Perfect.
That's a shot that could give him the match.
He talks to himself, but makes it look harder than it really is.
Oh, ball, stop, please.
Earl's talking to him now.
He's picking up the tempo a little bit, too. I think he senses a victory this time.
Oh, I didn't like that. That wasn't too good. Now he's got to.
What I'm doing.
He's got to make this the cue ball go around the table a little bit here. That wasn't a good shot right there at all. The action watch the action on the cue ball here. I don't know which way he's going to go.
Stop, ball. Stop. Come on. Stop. Stop.
Listen to him talk to him. This is the same type of shot he missed before, Barry.
That's true.
I guarantee
he's got a second chance at it.
I guarantee you one thing. It won't go wide this time. He's shooting it aside, it looks like.
This for the match.
There it is. Earl Strickland stuck with it after Keith McCready had come back from 8-2 down to go to 8-7. Earl Strickland made the shot he most needed to make. Strickland moves on into the final, and we'll be back right after this. Well, it looked like for a time as though Keith McCready would make one of the great comebacks, but that was his reaction when he scratched on the break, and from that point on, it was Earl Strickland. Right now, Keith McCready is with Steve Misrek.
Keith, what happened? You were gaining momentum. I thought you were going to win the match. You scratched on the break. What happened?
Well, it's just, I guess when the adrenaline gets flowing, then you got to get slowed down a little bit. And you got to wait. But it's all right, you know. But I'd rather have it this way. But when your adrenaline gets flowing and then you have to get up there and wait, and then you stop and pause, you sort of lose a little bit of momentum that you've got going, carrying yourself into that game. But I guess the best player won.
There'll be more tournaments down the road, and I'm sure you'll meet him again.
We've had a lot of battles, but...
Back to you, Barry.
All right, the other side of the coin, of course, the winner of the match, Earl Strickland. Earl, looked for a time as though you'd be about halfway through a shrimp cocktail at this point. It was 8-2. You had it all going. Then he hit a tough streak.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of pressure out here, Barry, and playing Keith, we've had a lot of tough matches, and you can't ever let up. If you let up just an inch, you can lose the match.
Bottom line is you're in the final chance at the $15,000.